Yeah. Welcome back.
Tap in.
Tap in. We back. I'm happy to see y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
You look beautiful on the widescreen too. I ain't gonna hold you, right?
Ryan, well, I would hope we look on the
I'm a little
widescreen.
cold. I'm a little under the weather.
Here she go. Oh my God.
You see, I left onto the car.
It's guys.
God.
You know what? My wife got you some Gucci.
So
you know what
basically,
I mean?
I know Siobhan is like her Antiguan flag is
You say you
on
gonna pop out
the way.
It's all right. I got some Antiguan leggings at home. I got some Antiguan
That sounds
shirt,
egregious.
an Antiguan flag, an Antiguan backpack. We'll come in with every single
Backpack.
item
I can't wait.
that has an Antiguan flag on it. Y'all gonna want to kick me off the podcast, and that's fine. I'll actually
shout out to
go
you,
as long as the outfit is in one shot.
Sayo, where's your, like, you usually have like the phone?
Oh, my phone. No, it's okay. Don't worry. It's coming.
You gotta load it up.
It's
already?
warming
I'm
up.
not sure when I'm gonna need it for this episode, but once you. Dave, once you see me start to do this, go on and put the camera on me.
I am
please.
screaming right now. I cannot.
Y'all keep playing with me. Anyway,
I cannot.
Hey y'all.
so we are here. Group's back together, but
Proper Tings.
as you can see, we have one more person in the chair with us.
Bow,
This dance-
legendary. Feel me? Have to do a legendary
queen.
dance
This
real quick. You heard?
dance,
Big queen in the
hold
building.
on. The
I love
dance
when
that Kyrie
Queen's the
just-
Queen's
You
corner.
know what? We actually
Good
did this on
vibes.
purpose.
Y'all did this on purpose?
Wow.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Big
Big Queen's
Okay.
corner.
Big queens in the building, you heard?
We gotta.
Good
Shout out to
time.
Queens, man.
You know, I really. I'm going to pause the intro for 1 second because it really is starting to feel discriminatory. Only Bronx.
Take it up with
Only
take it up with HR.
I don't know what to tell you,
Send
my
your
boy.
grievances.
I'm
just gotta
have
advocate
to
for
start
yourself.
complaining to the Better Business Bureau. But we have an additional big queens in the building.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Word.
25 years in the game.
Right.
Listen, big
Legendary
stage, big
status.
lights.
Yeah,
But BeenBlackin, how are we doing?
Good. I'm feeling
You
good.
like that, right?
Yo, bro.
It's really more than 25 years. Just, I said that earlier, but
I mean?
So why'd you lie to us?
I touched the
said,
table
why
when I
you
was
lie?
5.
I don't like
First
to be
time I touched
deceived.
turntable, I was 5 years old. So,
Okay.
Yo, bro, that's not documented. I don't know
nigga,
about
I'm
all
nice,
that.
bro, and you know
That's
that.
the thing,
so there's
though.
that. Let's get
The
that out
part
the
of
way.
this podcast is we supposed to talk about what's not documented. So
Right.
Yeah.
you gave us, you clearly lied
I
to
said
us.
25 years because that's how long I've been outside
You know
playing.
what? Yeah, let's cheer.
I was about to say,
Cheers to that
hold
shit,
on,
man.
hold on a minute.
Cheers to
I was
that.
going to say,
Cheers to
before
that.
you even get to the cheers,
Ooh, slide them down.
Tell
Pop,
us-
Come on.
tell us your bio. Like, tell us
thing.
how long you've been doing this, how long have you been, like, what's your favorite part of DJing? I would love to know that.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't
tell
know
us
this.
about
I got
you.
so many questions.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, the first time I seen some turntables, I was just like, I was fascinated, but I don't know if it was the music. I don't know if it was the red light. I was just like super fascinated, and I was like, y'all want to do that. And I remember saying to my parents, you know, West Indian parents, they don't really kind of.
Where your family
Tell
from?
about to say, that's what I forgot to say.
Trinidad.
It's
Trinidad born.
you know, Big Trini
My
by
son
way
is
of
an
Queen.
adopted
Can you say
Jamaican.
that?
My nigga is an adopted
right?
Jamaican.
I'm
I'm
saying,
not even
Hello.
He's just saying I'm an adopted Jamaican because I be going to Jamaica, so people in Trinidad don't beg me for money when I get out. You know how family gets sometimes when you get out there.
I was
Shit gets a
about
little
to say,
crazy.
right
Yo,
now.
hold on. I say you Jamaican,
I love
bro.
my family, but you know how this shit gets.
Yo, you called me from Jamaica like, yo, son, I ain't gonna lie.
Moving out here.
I'm moving out here. It's my second home now. Bro. I said, what? Wait a minute. What? He said, nah, I love
I'm
it out
sorry.
here.
First of all, I like
Comment down
Amsterdam, and I thought I was gonna move there. That don't mean I'm Dutch. The hell?
Right.
All right,
It is what it is,
fair.
right.
Good point.
fair.
That
That's
was
fair.
great. Thank you. All right,
fair.
you know
That's
I'm
what?
here to level set.
All right, that's
Right.
cool.
Check the
So
levels.
I think
since he was 5,
Yeah, I just, like I said, I remember asking my parents for turntables, and they kind of like looked at me, you know, asking for $1,000 equipment,
Yeah.
and rent was $500
I was
at
about
that
to say
time.
when they barely done touch American soil.
Right. They like, bro, no, right? And I used to just go across the street to the neighbor's crib and just watch them. And eventually over time, met another friend and he kind of let me fuck around on his pop set. And I ended up getting good. Like it was like
You
a
ended up
natural
getting
thing. Like, yeah.
Yo,
so
that
I've
is
been,
great.
You've been
yeah,
blacking
great.
since then.
Right, and I've been
bro.
blacking since then.
I
You
think
doing some
I
big
think,
things, brother.
Not for nothing. That's something to cheers to. Shout out to you being 5.
Right.
Shout out to your
Know what you wanted to do at 5.
Shout out to your
Yo,
parents.
that just annoyed me so bad.
Nah, but you know, sometimes like we take advantage of like how that feeling that you get inside when you're a young age, and it's like that right there tells you, all right, like this is what I want to do, right? So you know, it's so funny because I used to always tell my brother like, yo, year after year, we would be getting like systems like Nintendo, PlayStation. And one year I was like, yo, bro, just tell them we want turntables this year. And like forever, you can have whatever you want. And it's crazy because like a couple years back, he said to my pops, like, damn, son, we should have really got to those turntables. It was like,
Yeah.
bro, nigga, you wasn't thinking about that when you was being
You
selfish.
wasn't seeing the bigger picture.
Right.
He's not a visionary. It's okay.
I'm not
Wasn't
tripping now. It's
thinking
all
big.
good.
It's all right.
But you know, we here now.
There's never a testimony without a test. So
Right.
you know, the brother.
Amen.
The brother part of the story.
We dropping some gems today, man.
Minister Sayo is doing her big one today.
Big
Okay?
Sunday.
She got some rest or something.
I didn't do nothing but eat edibles and sleep all weekend. So
I'm crying.
That's
But
right.
let's get the cheers out the way really quickly. But shout out to you for being 5. Shout
Cheers
out to you
to
for
5.
25 plus years in the game.
Right.
That's hilarious. Shout out to you being 5 and knowing
The
your
B,
purpose.
the B in the juice stands for
Beat.
apples, BeenBlackin, and beets.
can you let him know what this is though? The Juicyana segment.
So we
There's
have-
no liquor in here.
Cheers.
No.
Eyes,
I know,
I
but
still-
Sayo, I know. With the eyes, I know. It's just crazy.
So what we're drinking, I love
shit.
you guys so much for trusting me and taking it
juicy
before I told you guys what it is. But it's apples, beets, and carrots.
Damn.
The ABC juice.
You like
it's
I do.
digestion, it's health, it's skin health, it's heart health, it's all of the things because I really feel like we need to power through after the Big Sam Jam.
Ciao.
You know, the Big Sam Jam seems to take over all of our timelines. I'm pretty sure you guys all saw it.
Boy.
Still recovering. Clearly, so is Sam.
Yeah, 1,000%. I'm a little under the weather, y'all, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Big Sam Jam was.
Hold on, switch.
I can't with her. I
You found all the energy. Just I love that, sis. That's
Get
so
me
dope. I
tight.
love that. I
Yo,
love
Big
that.
Sam Jam weekend really shelled. I didn't even think that I could pull it off, but we did it. We really did it. Did y'all have a good time?
It was amazing.
I was tired.
Sensational.
I'm gonna give my
I had a
testimony in a
great
moment.
time.
I'm gonna let everybody go around the room about it. Go ahead.
What's up? Wait.
Kyrie Soka Clark
Oh, that's his
has
over.
been pelting
It's
waist.
over.
Waistline
It's over.
Winston?
Waistline
I'm
Winston.
back.
Wait,
Has
Waistline
been pelting
Winston.
waist.
I'm back.
He's back. He's
That's it.
recovered.
He said, I'm
Yeah.
back.
That's it. Out of hibernation, you heard?
Yeah, a little bit of heat warm the
was
waistline
amazing,
up.
though.
That's what happens to me. Y'all used to laugh, but now look.
It was
a little
hot
bit-
in all
I
bars.
could never judge. Yo, I
Warm
see.
the waistline
I never
back
judge,
up.
though.
Huh?
I never judge though, because I already know. That's the.
Okay.
In the party, you got to bring that energy, that alter ego.
We did say on the last episode that Sam came in welcoming summer. She was not playing because I feel like Big Sam Jam definitely welcomed and ushered summer in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
And I love all the love you received too.
Summer
sis.
went back inside for the weekend, but we need her to call it back out.
Yeah,
this episode.
Yeah. Like Kyrie just said, the love that you received was really amazing.
It
Like
was
I think
insane.
sometimes you got to throw events or like celebrate yourself. And I'm happy that you basically said that. I think it was your 12th birthday or your 13th birthday.
Yeah, it was my 13th birthday. Nobody showed up.
So we took that shit to heart and we pulled
yeah,
up.
I'm so happy to have
pulled
such a
up.
community the way that I do.
Yo.
I turned 35, so I decided let's do something big. And with Geminis, it always got to be some kind of bacchanal or carnival or something like that. So I
Bacchanal.
was like, let's do it in 3 days. Let's just do it.
No sleep.
Trifecta.
No sleep. Rest.
It's like carnival. Just drink some liquid IV and just go along your way.
And lots of relief because my niece is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But her knees were working, y'all.
I wore a
knees.
sleeve for 4 days afterwards. I still have a limp in this one right now.
I think this is the clip that we're gonna put on social, and we're gonna have like really small Siobhan with. I think we all have a different angle of you.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that one. Cheech,
wait.
Let's hear what Chow Cheech felt because he said he was going to wait for us.
All
Yeah,
right.
facts.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. Sam Jam.
Sam Jam.
Big Sam Jam. Excuse me. Pardon
Respect the brands in.
me. Respectfully.
Let's stay
Which one's
correct.
mine?
I'm not gonna hold you. The music was a vibe. It was a serious situation. It gave me very much I know I'm gonna show my age. It's all right though. Fuck it. It gave me a lot of Q Club, a lot of jam rock era. You know what I mean? It felt good in there.
You're
I'm not
welcome.
gonna lie. It was a lot of. Thank you.
welcome.
That's crazy. It was a lot of human heat. So it was good to have that sweat, you know what I'm saying, which was crazy because when you go to a real, when you at a good bashment is when you peeling off of the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Or when
saying?
your jeans-
Or when
the
your
denim- the
jeans, the
denim is
denim is
against the
rubbing
wall.
Pouring out the
or
shirt
the
like that.
indigo from your jeans is on somebody else's clothes.
That's when Old
a
Navy
good
first came
party.
out. And
And the
everybody's
rum
pants used to
punch,
run off for everybody.
the rum punch was rumming.
Big up Omar.
yeah,
Big up Omar.
Omar's Kitchen make a wicked piece of rum punch. And the Burberry is a good
Yeah, we love
And
it.
low key,
The accent started to come out. You heard?
low key,
a good
I didn't know what was going to happen, but when that sour sop margarita,
I never had that. I didn't get that.
Wait, it was refreshing and
Very
strong.
good.
It was.
Word.
I had to stop myself because I was like, this is the thing that's going, make sure I don't make it home, and I needed to get home to my family.
Well, technically
my family's ginger.
soursop is good for immunity, so it probably helped and aided
go,
in your
Juicyana.
knees.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Juicyana know how to get it
Because it
right.
could have been worse.
No,
My bad.
Juicyana know how to get it right.
You see how y'all don't be sticking to the script. Sam didn't even say what her weekend lineup was.
But you know what though?
No, I want to know what she.
But, you know, I can
She just
share.
went to me. Yeah, I'm just letting you know
I'm
where I
really
was for
happy
me.
that you brought up the music and where the time that it took you back to, because that's the experience that I wanted to create.
I'm sorry to cut you off. And my favorite part, I swear to God, I had two more things that was really dope about this about Sam Jam.
Go ahead.
First thing was Will. And that's it. I'm just gonna say Will.
We love
If
Will.
you know Will did Will. Shout out to
Polo
Will. Wow. Will was on point. He was in top tier form.
Yeah.
But yo, Sam, I need that sound bite of your come on. I didn't even know you had that energy.
Like my
in you.
MC journey that
Yo,
I'm
shit
on,
was it was you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't even want to say the other word. It was like it was hardy. You know what I mean? It was like
Hardy.
real husky.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Husky.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She was like,
Nobody else
can you say
curious
it for
about
me?
the other
Can you
word?
Do it right
You can do it. I know
I
you
think
can
we
do
gonna have to
it.
find that out.
I know you can do it. She was like, come on. She was like, I know y'all ain't here. She was in prime selector status, B. I swear to God, I never seen anything like it. I was like, who is
I'm not gonna lie. Kendrick warned us. Is it the braids? Because I feel like ever since
What is
Sam
it, the
got the braids, what is it? The braids?
Y'all are.
It was
Sam got the
real.
braids in, and she's.
Activated.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
I
it.
love these braids. I feel like I'm gonna keep them forever.
They're a part of the brand.
Thank you. But back to the music. That was the biggest thing for me. I think I wanted to create an experience that took you on a journey, just kind of like 35 years of life, like how I got here, the music that I love, the music that I grew up on 202 in Jamaica, between 93rd and Jamaica. That's where I grew up, right there, And like I grew up on backyard parties. And my uncles had these big
Queen.
sound systems just in the backyard. We throw a barbecue, they hire a DJ. Thought we were just putting some hot dogs on the grill, Uncle Errol.
Shout out to Errol.
So I
Earl
grew
was
up
my
like that. So I
godfather.
wanted to give y'all that same feeling that I get when I go see my family, because y'all are my family. So I wanted it to feel like home. And I'm so grateful that Omar gave me the opportunity to have Omar's Kitchen feel like home, because I hand selected the DJs. I told them exactly what I wanted them to play. Each and every one of them, I picked them out because I knew what they're good at. Like I've heard these guys play, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna do this segment, and then you're gonna take us here, so that when you drop off, Showtime could come in and pick up, and then when Showtime is done, Khalil will come and pick up right where you left off. So I think that doesn't really happen anymore when you go to parties. You hear the same 7 songs sometimes, and you just get aggravated. So
Yeah. You know how I feel
Well
about
thought
that.
out.
I wanted to make sure that if I'm gonna throw something and if I'm gonna do something, everyone's gonna have like a really great time, and not say, oh, we heard the greatest bend over 8 times last night, or like the same Vibes Cartel song 6 times, because the DJ saw how
don't care
excited
how
you
much
get in the
times you play
party,
Vibes Cartel.
and then they're gonna keep playing the same,
It get
same
overwhelming.
song.
Yeah, it gets overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
I think the
It's too
beautiful
much
part-
music to hear the same
I'm
stuff.
just
all
Yeah.
night.
biased.
Yeah.
I'm just biased. Just play Vibes Cartel
That's
all
actually
night.
legitimately
a fact.
the answer. People too lazy and they don't want to try new stuff. And they
DJing is
will.
an art.
Now,
Yeah.
everybody,
DJing
I
is
tell you, the thing is with DJing, everybody wants the moment,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes you could be the dude that just warm the spot up, like,
Yeah. They
and
don't
you can have
correct.
and you can have a moment
Just
there.
warming
And
the
your
spot
praise
up.
could be so deep on the warm up too, and
Listen.
people don't get that.
I think that also social media makes it worse. One
I know where you're gonna go with this.
one thing McCann but stand is when they have them DJs with the camera
And the people
those
behind-
fake people behind it.
Wait,
Yo, my man, I can show y'all. I can show y'all a text message right now. My man hit me yesterday. Say, yo, bro, you got to do one of these videos. I said, absolutely not.
Absolutely
Not
not.
doing it. I don't need nobody
No,
dancing behind
don't
me.
do it.
Yo, somebody asked me to dance behind them for one of those videos. I was like,
Yeah, no.
thank you.
And it was my friend. I said, no, we can't do
over the whole
it.
system.
Been blacking in the
make it.
blackettes.
I'm not
Listen.
doing that.
You
Been
shouldn't.
blacking with the
I stand
blackettes
with you.
behind them.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. In about a few weeks, you're gonna see somebody did ask me.
Oh my
But
God.
listen, my homeboy was DJing and they're doing something new, so I wanted to
You
support.
back there looking like you in a Mitsubishi commercial? Sitting in the car,
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. She was in the car like,
That Dave Chappelle episode was one of the best.
I'm not gonna lie. First of all, hold on. It's a well-respected DJ. Khalil was really
we love
killing it
Khalil.
on the
Okay,
set.
we
So
love
Shout out to
Khalil.
Khalil.
Can't say
I wasn't
nothing
fake
about
vibing.
Is he doing mashups? Because that's another.
Khalil DJ'd my party and he did an
It wasn't
excellent
a fake
job.
vibe. It was a
Can't say
real
nothing
vibe.
about
I just had to
Khalil.
put that disclaimer out here because I was
Khalil.
like, we gonna run this episode.
And the thing is,
There ain't no
the
match.
No,
statements
we don't
of
do
me
no
are not
matchups.
the statements of everybody else on here. But me,
It's fine. I just
then I like to see it. I have friends who are great DJs and I did it. And I said I will not be behind you doing any type of pop, lock, or drop. So that's just what it is. And I don't like the bad mashups because they mid and y'all try to fake. Y'all try to deceive me. And I don't like to be deceived at all.
That's true.
So that's fine. But Sam is, again, still not giving you the full schedule. She told you 3 days and is only telling about one. So hence when you have a Capricorn friend, when you're a Gemini, you always have to have them reel you in. So here I am to be back. Sam started Thursday with Vice Thursday, the
I
happy
sure did
hour.
at Hotel Chantel. Big
Yes,
up
Hotel
Showgirl.
Chantel.
Wow.
She had a great lineup. There was a lot of drinks. People were in rare form. And then Friday was your private one.
Yeah.
Your private event. We're at Omar. Shout out to Omar. We love you so much.
Yeah.
And
I gave y'all Saturday off.
yeah. And Sunday.
I had a workout class with my friend Sabrina. She
Yes.
hosted it. Yeah.
So
We did that in Brooklyn. So I wanted to just make sure we had a lot of fun, and then we also thanked our bodies at the end of it.
absolutely.
I like that. I like
And
that.
I think
That's
that's
dope.
important.
And I think that it was very important that you mentioned like the musical journey, especially now that it's June, Black Music Month. One of the reasons that we have her out here. because
Caribbean American month too.
Caribbean. Okay.
Sorry, I was just making sure that we.
Nah, you gotta make sure. Nah, that's
No, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That's priority.
That's
it.
okay. I just want to
That's
make sure.
priority. I mean, it is Music Month, but psh, you
Black.
bugging.
It's Black Music Month and
Caribbean first.
and Caribbean Heritage
Shit,
Month.
B.
Right.
And we have
I hear
someone
you, too.
who's
I hear that.
intersection of both. Like even on your website, you say you have to like stop with the Caribbean vibes because you were brought up on soca. So
Right. It's
like-
funny. So I played an event yesterday, and it was a mixed crowd, and they was like, "Yo, you gonna play some soca?" And it's crazy because I had initially came in with my laptop, but when I got there, I seen the dude was playing vinyl, and I was like, "Yo, they didn't say we was playing vinyl." He like, "Nah, but you can play your laptop." I'm like, "Nah." Called, send my records,
Bring
but
it.
I didn't get to send everything. But like midway through the set, somebody was like, "Oh, it was like 4 Trinidadians in there." And I was like, yo, just give me a second. Like, I'm going to, hit y'all with something. And they ended up leaving. But I had some stuff. Like, they hit them with.
Man,
I had
they
some
had no patience.
crossfire. I had
Well,
some stuff
also,
in there.
four
But they was vibing,
Trinidadians as loud as like 40 Americans. So I just,
listen,
four of any West
listen.
Indians actually.
Listen.
But those 4 Trinidadians would have mashed up the place with that.
What
with
was
the
also
soca.
cool was one of the girls that was there, her pops was Nardo Ranks. So she was like, yo, play them a bleach. And I just didn't have the because I'm telling somebody else to pull my crates and they don't know where everything is at. So
Them
it's
my
like,
bleach. Them my
yeah,
bleach.
but like that was a vibe. And like I said, I'm a person that before I knew what hip hop and R&B was, we only listened to hip hop. I mean, reggae and soca. That's all my pops play is reggae, soca. So it's like I learned the old school R&B off of my mom's. But my pops, like I ride around with him and I would just like listen to music. So when it come to like the old school music, I knew it from like back to front from like 6, 7 years old. Like I just knew like everything, I
Yo,
was always into it.
I got a question for you, bro.
But before you answer, before he asked me that question, where's the records that I asked you for? See, this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna put you on blast because when I asked you, no, let me tell you about your man's
I
right
love the
here.
nigga that pressed
Let me
somebody
tell-
in public.
Yeah, because see me, I don't got time for the game.
See me?
He said,
I asked Cheech uncle got a collection of records. I don't want the records. I want to buy the records. I want to buy them. I want the turntables that exist with them.
So glad this is on camera.
Not only that, he then went and told somebody else that his uncle had records. I'm like, bro, why would you tell somebody else after you already told? Don't say nothing. Why would you tell somebody else after you already told me that he got records for sale? So now I got to go in competition with somebody else, right? But I've been asking about these records. I even said I'll take a flight and get a rental to bring them all back. When are we going to get the records?
Okay.
I pulled up to the park.
records?
Where's the records?
Can I answer the Yo, can I
Go ahead now. Go ahead.
Easy.
well,
ahead,
we
tell
wanted
me your
Queens
story,
in
man.
one corner.
Yo,
I'm glad we right here.
First off,
Yeah.
I blame Uncle Chappie for this.
Uncle Chappie catching a straight.
Nah, you gotta catch it straight because yo, big and serious. Here's the situation. Yo, you hear my wife? It's all his fault. I've been on the phone pressing him to the point where I press him, and I have my aunt who is the boss. Shout to you, Auntie Pauline. Yo, she's the boss when she says, "Chappie, let the boy come and get the records and just leave them alone." That's it. That she said it to him. That's how she talked. And he's been pump faking. He moved all the way to Orlando from Hempstead. They were right here in New York, and the other person. Shout to you, Max Glazer.
Yeah, but
that's not my friend. That's not my boy. That's Bridget's homie. I'm blaming Bridget.
Oh, Bridget,
We
you so
love
shit.
Max in my household.
Still, it's all good.
Bridget did.
It's all good.
No, neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Yo, this is not a flex to Uncle Chappie and nothing, but he just finished up building his symposium and moving the records into the shit. So he's ready. I swear to God.
I don't even put him in order, nothing.
No, and he knows that. No, he knows that. He has a pile. Yo, he has a pile
What
ready
I'm
for you.
saying is-
No, he has a pile ready for you to just.
What is a pal? It's
like
a
now
whole
it's
wall.
a whole wall. Yeah, well, you know what
I
I
don't
mean.
need no pal. I'm
Yeah.
bringing a truck. Tell me what the collection costs. Let me get out of here.
No, I know.
Wait, Ro,
I know.
I have a quick question, real quick. In terms of like all of this moving from you said Orlando from New York to Orlando, what is the proper way to store?
I
That's
got
why he
everything.
needs
I
him
got
gone.
everything in storage. I got.
Good question.
So, all right, my uncle already had a collection of maybe like 15,000 records,
Wow.
right? And he got that in his
I
basement.
might cry if I see
It's
that.
like my uncle. That's like my uncle.
He got the same kind of
uncle's
wall like what he got,
ridiculous.
right?
It's retarded. I can't even. We can't.
My uncle
say
got
that?
the same thing. So
Sorry,
I
my
remember
bad.
back in the
Bleep that.
days when he started selling them off, I was like, yo, stop selling these records. These shit's gonna come back. And he was like, bro, this is over. This game is done. Like the record game is done. And when it came back, I came in the basement one day because my whole initial plan was always to take the records and put them inside of a store, like as museum, kind of art on the wall.
Tell them what
And-
store in case they're not sure.
Oh, the Crate.
We love
The
that.
Crate
the
is
Crate, yo.
my clothing brand.
Shout out to the Crate.
And I'm working on stuff. So, for y'all who said your hoodies is dingy and your shirt got stains on them and shit like that.
I
I'm working
Not
wear
gonna
this
hold
shit
you
to the
real quick,
fucking wheels
intermission.
fall off.
Wait, he didn't answer how he stores them.
No, real quick intermission. Nobody presses a nigga like a nigga from Far Rockaway. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm Big Bronx, but a nigga from Far Rock, they don't play no games.
Yeah.
I've
This
never
is
met
a
nobody
conversation.
from Far Rock that be like,
I'ma let
no,
it
from yours. Nigga say, yeah, I'm bringing it to the front door.
Yo.
The camera's
Yeah,
here with
like-
crates.
Yo, no
Yeah.
bullshit. This is me and Rel like constantly. Like I'll text Rel a song. And I just want him to
We'll
hear
go-
this shit.
we'll
and then
go
we'll
all
go
day.
sound clashes
We'll go
on
all
in
day,
text.
like-
I'm like, yo, here. And he's like, here.
Oh,
and I'm like, yo,
like-
here. And it's like, we do this shit for hours.
Oh, I love
for
that. That's a
hours.
good
You know what I mean?
No one press a nigga
So
like
my uncle got the one collection, and that's when y'all see me start off. I first played, and I'm not saying no names of the spots and all that. I'm not giving nobody
Nah,
names, right? But y'all see me play there, boom, all right. And then he called me and was like, yo, one of my coworkers is selling his collection. His wife wants him to get rid of the collection. So, West Indian people is like, yo, bro, don't ask him no questions. Like, let me go over there, look him in his eye, and figure out how much the collection costs. But my uncle calls me back 10 minutes later. I'm like, bro, this fucking guy. He like, yo, I asked him how much the collection costs. I'm like, bro,
Why would you do
all
that?
right, bro, how much the collection costs? He said, bro, $400. Bro, this man sold me 10,000 records for $400.
crazy.
That's fire.
I know that man kicking
That's
himself
crazy.
in the ass.
In the
right
ass.
now.
No. Let me tell you something. One thing he knew for certain, he got all type of stuff. He got original dead wrong pressings. Like he got tribe, like everything original. Everything's original. He was like, yo, I know I could put this on Discogs and I could make thousands of dollars, but I'd rather put them in somebody's hand that's not about to price gouge them and it's gonna actually play the record.
Oh, okay.
I like
I
that.
like that.
So
And my uncle's on the same type of time. You know what I mean? My uncle is on the same type of
yeah,
time.
I don't sell records. I don't have time for that.
Like there's this record called "Impeach the President." It's
It's
probably it's
250.
probably like the DNA to hip hop.
Yes.
like that there's a breakbeat in it that everyone knows. Like boom boom.
It's on Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan. Everybody
holding
uses
you
this
down.
sample.
Okay.
Right?
You know the
Okay,
beat.
okay.
Yo, if you, my uncle has the original press of that. That record's anywhere between, depending on the condition, minimum 250 and up, and it's a regular 45. But if you got the serial number and you can see what's up, like you got to be a real wax vinyl geek to understand some of this music shit. But
Like a Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly, that record go for like 200 and change.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not about this. I don't got time to be doing that. I want to play the record. I'm here to play the records.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So how are we correctly storing it though? Like what's
I
the
got
correct
no.
way
I
to-
have. Well, first of all, my central ear stay on in my
Yeah, it gotta
all
be
day.
cool.
Because
Cool
if
climate.
the heat touch it, it's over. That
That's
shit
why my
warping.
uncle wants it gone because it's gonna get ruined in Florida. So he don't want to ruin most of it. That's why he had to build that symposium and
Case in
insulate
point,
it
why I
all the
keep
thing.
asking
For the
what
record.
is going on.
Right, and I keep getting
we might
pressed.
have to- we
Uncle
have to-
Chappie, if you
circle
watching
back.
this, Uncle Chappie, if you watching this, wherever the camera is, yo, you gonna get me hurt out here. Rel is really serious about
I'm
it.
not even out here to hurt nobody. Let me just get the record.
Don't believe this man.
I'm not out here to hurt
Don't believe him.
nobody.
If you love your
Let me get the
nephew,
record.
But would
Help
you bring
me.
like a
Help
refrigerated
me.
truck to drive it up? Like, how would you do that?
I'm not. We would just keep
Like
the
AC
the
on all
AC
the
on
AC on the whole time.
I was thinking about like
We going straight. We not stopping.
Nah,
we not
nah.
leaving this
No
car.
stops, nothing.
We not
So
leaving
gas
this car to
and
get
go.
hot. Nothing.
gas and
You know
go.
what I'm saying?
Gas
That's the
and
main
go.
thing about that stuff. You
So can I
keep
ask my
touching for
question
too
now?
long, it's over. Go ahead, ask your question.
Damn,
Damn, why you have to
son.
fling with your hand like
Cause
that?
this is how he is, man. This is
God,
like that,
son.
bro.
That's a real
Y'all don't
pretty.
understand.
Yeah,
if I
he
open
pressed-
my text and I show you, Cheech, he ain't been texting me because he knows.
It's because of that. But I did ask him for this, so I reached out and stuck my neck out like, yo,
I said,
you want to come to this spot?
Oh, you want me to pull up? Oh, I'm
I
coming.
bet.
Don't even worry about it. I'll be there.
Just to do this. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
I mean, I respect
Yo,
it. You know, I love a little
but
petty.
because it's music month and this is your thing, you know what I'm saying? And I need to let people know, like, yo, when you go to a BeenBlackin event or Rel's event, it's curated to the T. You understand? And it's a moment. Every time he DJs, I don't even drink, I don't dance. He tell you, I sit there right there in the corner of the DJ booth and I watch. And I like a hawk because I want to see where he gonna take the crowd next. It's like he just orchestrating and puppeteering. It's fire. But fuck all that. My question is, who's more influential to you, Michael Jackson or Bob Marley in the history of music?
wow.
Yeah, fuck out of here. I need this.
That's big.
Big and serious.
Damn.
I can't answer that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I can't answer that because it's.
I can help you with the answer.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you
If
why.
you need help, I can maybe, persuade.
I mean,
I've been in a party, and I've started a party with Cap Fit. Right?
That's my shit.
And I've also ended a party with Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
That's my shit too.
Feel me?
both of
And
my
I see
fucking
what
shit.
both of those things do to a crowd. And I'm telling you, like, if
I'm
you
talking
really
globally though. I said global
Wow.
influence, bro. Like who has a bigger influence?
That's a really
on
good
music
question though,
in
man. I'm thinking about it now.
in history of music. Even though Tom's called, Legend the
can't-
best
you
album
can't
of
answer
all
that.
time. Even though this man created a whole genre. There was nothing before it. You know what I'm saying?
My
And there's
favorite
so
artist
many
is Bob Marley, so
subgenres
I'm a-
after his genre.
Bob Marley to me is
You know
my
what I mean? And
favorite
I'm not
of all.
saying that Mike ain't like
Mike
I'm
up there,
wearing
though.
Mike. All due respect.
on purpose.
I did it on purpose just to make sure he knew I love you, bro. But you never create. You was just a pioneer in your field. But you ain't create a field.
now watching this podcast.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. I was swinging towards Bob Marley anyway.
Think
but that's
about it.
my-
I'm not saying
I
it because
love
I'm
Bob.
Jamaican.
I'm-
I'm talking about you
Yeah.
created a genre of music. And there's many people that it's touched. I'm talking, you can go to Japan and they know Bob Marley.
course.
Just like they know
They
Michael
know Mike.
Jackson.
They know Mike.
Just like they know Mike Jack. But
it's nowhere you not going, you don't know those two
Yeah,
people.
everybody-
So wait,
everybody
can
know them
we?
two people,
Can
though.
we?
who's more influential?
So maybe
That's a tough
we
one.
ask
I
to
would
you.
go
Out of
Who do you
reggae,
think
you
is
get
more influential to you?
you
That's
get
my, like-
reggaeton. You get all this from reggae. I'm just saying. It's bigger than.
I narrowed the
To
question
me,
down.
it's
To
Bob.
you?
Say it again?
I asked him. I was like,
To
who's more
me, it's Bob.
okay.
Okay.
To me, it's Bob because, I'll play "You Give Good Love" and mix "Waiting in Vain" with it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
A
Amen.
mashup we can deal with.
Again, that's what I told y'all.
Yeah.
When you go to a BeenBlackin
A mashup
party,
we
it's
support.
an event. It's a moment. When my son touched these turntables, is different. I'm really mad.
that's why. So that's another thing. Like most people don't know. Like I stopped DJing for 10 years because I got upset with like everybody who got a laptop is a DJ, and that's like to me.
corny.
Two things, and this is like no disrespect, right? Like, you can't call yourself a DJ unless you was in one of those backyards that Sam talking about with the big boxes.
Yo, Bob.
And the nigga say, hey, you play shit tonight, you know.
Come on.
You
Feel
play
me?
shit
Come
tonight,
on.
Talk
you
your
know.
shit.
Well, they have real
Feel me?
shit tonight.
Hey,
Listen.
niggas is telling you play good, and that one nigga that you expect to tell you that you play good, hey, you play. This mix was off. That mix was off. This, that.
You coming too early with that, boy.
Niggas is watching YouTube.
That's how
No,
it
this
goes.
is not no disrespect. This is like real shit. Like, I really had to go through real shit. Like, bro,
Nah, boy,
I
that shit trash.
had to
That real.
deal with like real like trauma. Going home, tears in my eyes.
Yeah, I believe
Like,
it.
this nigga's driving me. He like, yo, you guys sit on the sideline for a second. Like,
Yeah.
you, I don't know, son. You ain't practicing. Like, I don't know.
Damn.
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like that. Maybe the new DJs or the people who are wanting to do DJs need to go to a boot camp.
Niggas gotta go
OD
do
gotta go to
that.
We gotta bring them to a backyard.
You gotta tell them like,
And the
yo, you
uncle-
play like shit tonight. Like,
uncle-
Remember
Yeah,
when?
but- gotta test
Remember
you.
when Maury?
But can I-
remember when Maury used to bring them to the detention camps, and they used to yell at them to scare straight. Yeah, they'd be like, "You bugging the fuck out." Yeah,
On
you
some-
gotta
on
do
some
the
real
real.
though,
Somebody
no.
call Maury. Actually,
no, that's a real. So
Was that Jerry Springer or Maury? It was
It was Maury. It was Maury. Trust me, I knew it was Maury.
it got to the point where I realized that I was too emotional. Like, I was too emotional about DJing. I was like, I gotta step back.
But you're passionate about it, though. That's
Right.
what
So
happened.
that was why I was like, all right, let me take a second
Right.
to breathe. And in my taking a second, just watching social media, I'm like, you know, I go to a party, every here and there, somebody got their set. I'd be like, oh, let me jump on, let me fuck around real quick. And it was Clark. It was me talking to Clark, bro. Word to my mother. I was telling him, like, rest in peace, Clark.
Kent.
And I was like, yo, I know how to spin. And it was mad. Like, I had like a certain Ferg was one of them.
Shout out to my nigga
Ferg,
Ferg, man.
my man Reem, and my man Rev. Those three people had like just seen me do something within like a 10-minute span. It was like, bro, you need to be doing that. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And I was with Kiss and Clark, bro. And I was like literally just telling him like, yo, I know how to spin. And he was like, you don't know how to spin. I'm like, no, Clark. Like, it's not no like game. Like,
It's the truth.
Really, I'm really nice.
like I really know how to spin. And he was like, yo, don't tell me, show me.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet. Yo, I kid you no lie. We was at Complex Con. We went to Miami for Jadakiss show that he was doing for Art Basel, and Tech was on the set, and his like the turntable was fucking up. I could hear it though, and like after the show, me and Kiss was talking about. He was like, "Yo, Rel, how'd you catch? Nobody caught that." I'm like, "Yeah, nah, I caught it though." Like he was like, "Yo, you heard what I said to him? Yo, Tech, you good?" And he said, "Nah." And he was like, "Yo, if you pay attention to it the way that you talk about it, it's over." My man went and was like, yo, what you need? I was like, yo, I need some needles. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go get them for you. He went and got me 3 sets of needles and was like, yo, here, handed them off to me. He was like, yo, don't be fucking around in the crib, bro. Go do what you, if you love doing that shit, go do it.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. That's a good
So-
You know what I'm saying?
So like to your point, like to the boot camp thing, and it's not. I'm being dead serious.
No, it needs to
like,
happen.
It does need to happen. And what it used to be, especially in the West Indian community, they would call, you know what I mean, they call sound systems. You know what I'm saying? Like Stone Love is a sound system. Like, and it's like when it's a system, the system is exactly not, it's a double entendre. It's not just like a system of just like the music and the system and the speakers and shit like that. No, it's a system, it's a business. So you got Rory, you got Weepo, you got Billy Slaughter, you got Swamp Thing, you got all these DJs
Yeah,
that
we
are
got them for
amongst
days.
Stone Love. So, but they all have this system of records and they all have dub plates. So that way, if Rory's playing in Act 1 in the Bronx, Weepo is over in Jersey playing somewhere else or in Miami, because they can all represent the same DJ
Would
clique.
a sound clash count as a boot camp?
No.
No.
Okay.
But it's
closest thing we got.
But it's a criteria.
Okay.
Because you know the records you have that can demolish the next fucking sound system or counteract, if you will. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, it could be the closest thing to, because people
asked
will
for
boo
dub
you.
plates for
Right,
my birthday.
no, and
People will bully you.
and you'll learn. You're right.
It ain't easy.
It's like being on the court, right? You're gonna get crossed over. Niggas gonna be like, oh shit, but you gonna come right back with another tune, cross this nigga over and score, whatever the case may be. So yes, maybe you're right, correct. But
What y'all think the issue is with these DJs now? Like, what is the biggest thing that's
Laptop.
I'm trying to
Practice
tell you.
Laptops?
They don't
So
practice.
Laptop
Laptops.
and practice is a real
Robots.
Let me tell you something. All right, let me
Yeah,
chat.
tell them
Let me
about
chat.
practice.
Right,
Tell them about practice.
yo.
practice.
Nah, on some real shit, son. Like, I got a problem, son. I practice like a
Your neighbors hate
motherfucker.
you.
Not a
have to
problem,
practice.
though, but the
No.
problem is that people don't.
Your
practice.
neighbors
So-
hate you.
Yo, like that. It's not a game. Like that's not a game. I don't just come outside and try things. Do your shit in the house first.
Right.
You need to have somebody in the crib
Listen to
first.
these gems, DJ.
Like my girl would be sitting there like, yo, that didn't come in clean. Do that again. Like
Period.
A real one.
Or
A real
that
one.
ain't right. That ain't sounding right. Bro, my uncle, I call, yo, we talk 5 minutes. Yo, you been practicing? It's like, you have to practice. You never see Kobe not go on the court and shoot his free. You have to practice. So when y'all coming outside, you just trying shit in front of the people. Somebody asked me the other day, what is more important? The transitions or the selections? I was like, both.
Combination.
Facts,
You
facts.
think I want to hear good transition? I want to hear some bullshit?
You know what the thing
Right.
is, and I've had this conversation before. I think one of the things are people love music. Mad people love music. I love music. I'm not gonna be a DJ. I know I don't know. I don't have time to practice. I'm clumsy. I'm gonna drop something. But people make good playlists and they have an ear for music. They get a little high and they know there's a fucking tambourine in the back of one of the fucking songs. And now they think they're like this person who has this special gift, and they will literally go on Groupon, take a DJ teaching class or
They
whatever,
need to
DJ class.
delete all those videos on YouTube. They need to delete them shits.
Yeah. And like, honestly,
I'm never gonna
I
live
think
this
that's
down.
really
Basics.
just what it is. I think that people think that it is, and a lot of people do it for popularity. They do it for attention, and they're not doing it for the crowd.
All right, I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna give you another one, right? This is just an unbiased opinion. This is my fucking opinion.
Yo.
Okay.
Respectfully.
If you mix without headphones, you're not DJing.
Hello?
Yeah, you're not.
Because you're not listening.
Not
You're
listening.
you're
You're
you already
watching
have
the
everything
transition.
set. You're just watching the BPMs line up. You
And
just
then
watching.
just-
You just
And you
you
don't
just
know what's
lining
happening.
things up, right? So that means you're not taking a chance to learn something new, or are you? I don't know. Like, but I'm telling you right now. Yo, my uncle, if I'm staring at the screen too much, he'd be like, yo, stop. Why are you looking at the screen for? You know how to beat matching your ear with your ears? So that's why, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's like, you know, you was growing up and you get like the cheat codes of like the video game. So you could just like,
That's what you do.
that's what the laptop felt like to me. Like,
Yo,
it
if
was
you
not
can't
giving me
mix
the
off the knob
it was-
mixer, you
it wa-
trash.
It was not giving me a chance to like tighten my skills up continuously. So me doing records is like, oh yeah, I gotta make sure that this shit is nice before I leave. Because when you got the records, you kind of line your shit up before you leave the crib. You're not trying to freestyle on the spot. There's no such thing. You got to know what blends with what. All right, these 5 songs could go with this, and this could go with that, and this could go with this, and then if I could always jump into this. Like, you know, it's like you got to know. So I always look at like if you. And it's a lot of DJs that do it, so they're gonna feel like a way about this.
I could see where the frustration comes from when you. So I'm glad that you led with you were emotional about it, and then Sam was like, "You're passionate about it." To be passionate about something and be so into it, and then see people play around with something that you take so seriously since 5 is obvious. That would push you away. So shout out to you for being encouraged to come
coming
back
back.
in,
Yes.
and then. Missing Ingredient is such a brilliant name. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So is that
'Cause you was
the
missing for a minute.
inspiration? Was that the inspiration behind?
Yeah,
like,
because I don't like partying. So me not liking the party was like, yo, there's something missing outside. And I can't like take all the credit for that name. My man Skrills, we was on the phone. I was like, yo, something is like missing. He was like, yo, bro, missing ingredient, bro. Like you are the missing ingredient
Shout
that
out
they
to
missing.
Skrills, wherever you
Thank you,
are,
Skrills.
sir.
Shout out to
I
that.
was
Shout out to
like,
Mr.
shit.
Skrills.
I was like, that's it.
Yo, and the best part about Rel's parties, there's no bottle service. It's nothing but just go to the bar, get your drink, and go right back to where you at. It's just go
Straight
party.
vibes.
Just
Love.
vibes.
And I'm gonna tell
bottle
you,
service killed.
so I'm gonna
New
tell you where
York
that come
nightlife.
from, right? I'm gonna tell you where that come from, right? So people don't interact no more in parties.
Correct.
Right? Because you smoking the hookah, blowing the hookah in the camera, or
Yo, next thing
bottles.
you gotta get niggas to check their phones in soon.
hold on,
That's coming.
in due time, right?
That's coming.
That the bottles, yo. How do you interact with the women anymore in the parties? How do you
don't.
bag a
Don't
joint?
get me
They
to
don't.
start it.
Please, if you get me and Siobhan started, we're gonna be here all night.
Listen.
Right.
That's a whole nother pod. That's a whole
All right,
nother
my
pod.
question is going to focus on positivity.
Right,
Don't
because-
get me started on that.
Yo, nah, you like, bro, go to the bar. What's up, man? What's your
The
name?
answer
Yo,
to
it's
that
you and your
question is
homegirl?
they don't.
All right, let me get you a drink. Like, so, like, it's a couple 1 or 2s. Like we were having like a little, and I was like, you know what? Nah, like I understand it makes more money, but bottle service to me is like it ruined
New York
parties. To what she just said, when you in them backyards, there is no bottle service. If you put a little something by your feet, then cool.
little bucket by your foot.
Little bucket with the ice.
Pray nobody knock it over.
Right, like,
Facts.
but this whole like. We're separate from you. Like we live in a separate party over here, and everybody got their backs turned to the crowd. It's like I'm out on. I hate it. So I stopped going out for a long time. Like
I think somebody went
You know
to
what I'm
Miami.
saying?
Somebody went to Miami and was like, "Oh, this is what they doing over there. Bring this shit to
bring
New
it
York."
here.
But we should have just kept it.
I'm not even
kept
gonna
New
lie.
York how
I
it
do.
was.
You know, I'm old, so I like a little back support in the party when I need to sit down. But I see where you at. I am aligned on the purpose of it.
you just need good sneakers, girl.
First of all, I think it's always good.
Okay. I mean, listen, if you get some good running
support, for
sneakers,
support.
they got a nice bounce on them. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Now they got me with my workout
the
sneakers.
marathon there. You speaking.
I'm saying,
I'm kidding.
when I'm DJing a 4-hour set, I wear
Some comfortable
slippers.
shit.
Yeah, no.
Period.
I wear slippers. I'm about to stand up here for 5 hours and keep digging
When
through
y'all see
crates.
me in my Crocs in the next party, it's just those
Yeah,
little
it's
full.
'cause
Love.
And the thing
BeenBlackin told her, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Sayo.
You can still heel and toe and Crocs.
Sayo,
But-
if this man can run a marathon and then finish the marathon and go DJ directly after
he
that,
did that.
you can too.
I didn't. I ran
Not
the,
run the
I
marathon,
ran the
but-
Brooklyn half and went to a party after. I
Let's
didn't.
go.
I didn't do.
Clap it up.
I did the Brooklyn half. I don't think I have the capacity to do the full half.
You got, let me tell you something. You can do whatever you want to do.
Whatever
Don't
you
say
Let me
that.
tell you what I don't want to do.
I know, but no.
Listen, a little context, but I'm going to ask my question. But a little context, I did want to run the full marathon first. Like it was my dream. I see those people running over 135th. I used to live over 135th. I was perched there and I would cry. Strangers making signs for them. Looking at them accomplish that brought a wave over me. My best friend is a trainer, one of the best trainers out. Shout out to Barrington. He was like, girl, your knees is fucked. So try smaller marathons first and then work your way up to the big one. So I was like, I'm gonna do the half. I'm not gonna do no 5 or 10K. I'm gonna do a half. I did the Brooklyn half.
The RBC one or NYC runs?
What? I registered through the portal. I registered online, so I guess NYC. I don't know. I don't remember. It was 2018.
Did you run the one up
The Brooklyn half.
towards Coney Island? That one?
Yeah, the one that started at Coney Island, that ends in Coney Island.
Yeah.
So I did that one. It rained. It rained so
Sure.
bad. It was cold, and by mile 11, I really questioned if I actually needed my left leg. Like I was gonna go into the deli and ask them to just slice it off like one of them ham slices. So I just know in my ministry right now, my job is to support the marathon runners and not to be one. So, and I do a great job, ex-Virgin. But back to the question. I think I have a 2-part question. One, when did you, what moment was it that you considered yourself a successful DJ? And then the question addition to that is, tying it back to West Indian, do you think your autopsy contributed to that and how? I'm sorry, I be getting deep.
No, let me take the first one first, and then I need
Okay.
you to get back to the second one, right? I think, so the knob mixer, we was talking about the rotary mixer.
No.
I had never really played on one outside. Like I've been on them, but I've never played on one outside. So the first time when I got back outside, I started spinning. I was on a rotary, but what I had practice. You know that P word,
The P word.
right?
The word of the day.
I practiced in the house. I just left the levels up, left the crossfader in the middle, and I just worked off the gain. So it kind of worked the same way as a knob mixer would, work. And I played on it the first time, and homie on the spot was like, "Damn, you kind of smooth on that shit." And I was like, "Yo, I came in there maybe 20, 30 minutes earlier, was fucking around, but I was like, oh, I got it." And I think I wouldn't say because I'm not where I want to be yet, but it we're heading that way. But one a really good moment for me was I had stopped spinning for so long, and my fucking uncle pulled up and was like, "Yo, you smoked that shit."
Period.
And he is I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If he come and be like, "Yo, that shit," he's gonna break down. I played all night long that night, and he was like, "Yo, nah, let it go into the second break because it's longer and you could blend the music longer." That's how me and him talk when we talk about music. And he came and he said, "Yo, we did, and it was driving home. We didn't even turn on the music for a minute. We was in awe, oh shit, like,
I love that.
Hold
you know what
up.
I'm saying? Like,
When a West
That's
Indian-
when you thought you made it? No, and I love that because it's your uncle. Yo, so you just completely negated Dream, like J. Cole
I mean,
at the Garden.
okay.
At the world's biggest stage, you just said nothing
Yeah,
about
that was smooth. This was way before that.
You said that was smooth? It was
But the thing
rank to
is,
you?
though, you have
Yeah.
to
Hearing
understand.
You know
from your
why?
family.
Because
He's the humblest nigga
you know
ever.
why? I'm gonna tell you why though. Because I always knew shit like that was supposed to happen.
Period.
Like,
Big
respectfully.
fucking period.
I like
To
that
blood
answer.
clot. That's
like
On some
right.
real shit though. Like,
Look your shit.
Yo, we all
Listen.
knew it was supposed to happen, so we
Right.
ain't tripping.
And it takes Jesus himself to get a West Indian family member.
We got
But you told him
because
about
I never told the story like how I was supposed to tell it. Like I never told it outside, right? So boom, I'm gonna tell it right now. When I found out he was doing the Garden, I was pressing Felton from the gate. Like, yo, I want to play the Garden, bro.
Big up
like
Felton, shut up.
I tell Cole, he like, yo, hit that nigga yourself. I'm like, bro, I don't got his number. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but I'm so tight with him, nigga be like, if I be like, yo, Cole, give me your number, I'm like, nah, I don't need to have your number. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I see you, we do what we do. Like, we build. So I'm like, yo, Felton, hit this nigga, bro. And I'm bothering him. Like, I don't know if you ever see me say this. I always talk about green eggs and ham. Like, I'm a persistent
Yes.
motherfucker. Like, I don't know what
to be.
like what no, I sold cars. So a motherfucker be like, no, and then say yes.
Right, that's true.
So I'm very persistent. And I believe in if you got to know from somebody, you spoke to the wrong person.
Hello.
Right? So
say that.
I'm like, yo, Felton, yo, ask him. Boom. I never forget I'm in the crib. That P word, I'm practicing.
Period.
I left my phone over by the records. I come back, I grab my phone. I see Cole manager called me. I'm like, oh, this nigga Felton must have told him. So I answer the phone. I calls him back. Like, yo, what's good, bro? He like, shit, what's the word? What you doing? I'm like, oh, shit, practicing. Like, shit, yo, me and Cole was saying, we was talking. And we like, yo, we doing the Garden. And like, before he could even finish, I'm like, yes, nigga. Yeah, what a DJ.
Yes.
He's like, nah, I didn't get to finish telling you. I'm like, you calling me the DJ? He like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I had already asked Felton. I thought that's the reason you calling me. He was like, nah, you asked Felton? I'm like, yes.
See? I
love
He's
that.
like, oh, that's crazy because we sit here and we like, yo, who we gonna get? And my man Sad walks in the room. He overhears these niggas like, yo, bro, like, we want that feeling. Like, we went to the Nas concert and we seen Green Lantern playing. He was playing all that old school shit. And the crowd was going crazy. He like, yo, who we gonna get? He was like, yo, he's like, you know, Cole is even telling me, like, yo, it's nothing like we wasn't thinking about you, but it was like we was thinking about a big name. Like, oh, we need a name. He said the nigga Sad walked in the room like, why don't we just get Rel? Niggas is like,
Duh.
Rel. Like, what the fuck is this? Why are we sitting here thinking about like
Why that's
who
so
we should be
fucked up?
getting? And it's like this nigga might do better than any other nigga
Exactly.
And
that we
then-
might
and
get.
And then-
Right? So it was like we talking about it, and I remember like telling him like, cause we was trying to figure out the music. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I want you to go out there and educate niggas tonight. Like, because in the end of the day, it's gonna be niggas out there that's not gonna know half the shit you playing, and they gonna be inspired by that shit, bro. And I was like, I was thinking like, oh, should I go 90s? Should I go 2000? Should it be like your time rap? And he was like, bro, just do whatever you feel. And I remember like when I got to the Garden, he was like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He like, I bet. And I got on, and
You
it
put in
was
your 10,000
good
hours of
time.
practice.
I
That was-
know you keep using the word practice, and you just said the 10,000 hours of practice, but I also think that there's one key thing that really it is you're very intentional. And I say this to them all the time. Like, I feel like if you're not intentional about what you're doing, if you don't have a goal, you could practice your ass off, but if you're not clear about what you're practicing for, none of that shit makes anything. So it's very refreshing to hear how passionate you are about it, and just like how intentional you are, and like how your goal is always and will be to make sure that the art isn't lost and that people are enjoying themselves. So we appreciate that. We love that. We love that you made the time to come here. And Cheech about to give the special Bun Off
Yeah.
that you
because-
have just for him here.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, for real. And like, yo, shout to Dreamville and them niggas for bunning off all them other DJs. That you know what I'm saying?
shout out to my nigga.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maddie.
They
Shout out
bunned
to
off
Sam.
mad DJs for you. So that's
E,
beautiful.
Cole,
Yeah.
they're my niggas.
Yeah.
They're my niggas.
But yo, it's Caribbean Heritage Month.
Yep.
And it's Black Music Month, right?
Sure is.
All right, so
Scared already.
no. It's nothing to be scared about. You know what I mean? It's for him. So don't even trip. And it's like he understands dub plates because I know one day he gonna have a whole shitload of them. You know what I mean? So if you had to pick, let me get my shit right.
I just want to say while you look for that,
I got it. So go ahead, ask your question.
I just want to remind my friends that I asked for dub plates for my birthday and I didn't get any.
Oh, all right.
Okay, go ahead.
Next year we get you. Yo, you can only have dub plates from 2 out of the 5 artists.
Wow.
Mind you, these artists are no longer with us.
Wow.
They're all gone and transitioned. So you can only get 2 out of the 5.
Not real smiling already because he's scared.
Because he knows
Number
some fuckery.
1, Garnet Silk. Number 2, Dennis Brown. Number 3, Coco T. Number 4, Gregory Isaac. Number 5,
I'm glad we never heard of
Frankie
this.
Paul.
I'm actually
you can
glad
only
we don't have to
take
answer
2 to get a dub plate from. 2.
I already got my 2.
I know
Oh,
that.
perfect. This is what I'm on. This is Swift. This is good.
I'm going Dennis Brown. I'm going Coco T.
I already knew Coco T was one.
You dub Garnet
I knew
Silk?
Coco T was going to be
I
one.
love Garnet.
You dub Garnet Silk?
It's something about that Here I Come.
Here
I come.
If I
Like that nigga doing a dope play to that is like, are
Imagine
you
he's
mad?
rapping in a sound clash.
With the
Are
intro.
you ma-
With the intro.
Bro, it's so
This
crazy
is
you talking
Dennis
about
Brown
dope
right
plays.
here with
I was like, my cousin sent me a video earlier. It was Mighty Crown playing. Them niggas played Push Come to Shove, Freddie McGregor dope plate. I was like, my God, nigga. My God, like it's, I gotta go for the plate.
Since you just went so fast, I'm gonna throw 2 more to you, and this is gonna be cool because real fast, because me and Bridget went to see Super Cat and everybody at the Barclays.
I was going to say Sean Paul.
Yeah, at Barrington leaving everybody,
I don't know
and
Sean Paul was there. I just
Wyclef
like saying
came
Sean
on,
Paul.
and he played bare dub plates and tore the Barclays apart.
Okay.
But he had dub plates from like some wild obscure people,
Okay.
and it went crazy.
Okay.
So if you could get a dub plate from 2 out of the 4 people right here I'm about to mention, who would you take?
Okay.
Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion,
Man,
Beyonce.
If you don't say the 2,
your mind is diabolical, bro. But I love it.
My shit be
I
diabolical,
love it.
right?
I love it. I love
Because
it.
this shit you got to think about. Wyclef had, I'm going to tell you what Wyclef had after this.
Well, we know what Wyclef had.
That nigga had dub plates.
I'm going Whitney Houston.
as you should.
Yeah, as you should. Wyclef had the Whitney Houston. Wyclef had a Whitney Houston dub plate.
And I gotta go Michael, son.
Yeah, because he had that too.
Yo,
Wyclef had
gonna
Michael
lie.
Jackson.
Let me tell you something.
He had Whitney Houston and
I
he had
go-
Kenny Rogers.
let me tell you something. I could play I Wanna Dance with Somebody anywhere, bro.
Anywhere. You play right now, actually.
That was the dub plate?
He had that dub plate and he had the
I Wanna
It's
Dance with-
Alright.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, bro.
Your love is
It's my
Your
craziness.
sound is my sound
Nah,
and my
madness,
Barclays went
madness.
ridiculously. I mean, it went on tilt. And then when he played Michael Jackson, and Bridget's just there like high as hell. She's just like, I'm like, yo,
ain't putting your
you
business in the
understand what's
street.
going on? No, but then she got the education behind it, and Bridget was like, wow, I didn't know it was that deep. I said, you see the crowd. This shit is legendary.
Yeah, like
I was like, Kenny Rogers is playing right now. This nigga's going ballistic. It was fire. It was
I ain't gonna lie. Nah,
So you would get Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston dub play is mad. I just
Yeah, Whitney
told
Houston
you.
dub plate is.
I just told you I'm a
And-
person I play You Give Good Love. Like
And
I
Michael
play,
Jackson.
Yeah.
What would the song be?
For Mike?
Yeah.
Shit. I need a couple songs for Mike. I can't. It ain't one.
I'm screaming.
Like of course I'm going like a rock with you. Of
Yes.
course,
Yo,
right?
the intro would be so
But I might go off this. I might get like a Liberian girl.
I
or
was
some
just
shit
about to
like
say,
that.
yo, I
Liberian
swear
girl.
on everything I love, I was just about to say the Liberian girl
Yeah,
dub
like,
plate.
like, come on, like
Hold
hold
on, I see the vision.
Sell off.
Come on, like I
Shelled out in the party.
Yeah.
I need shit that's gonna make niggas be like, fuck wrong with this nigga right here? Like,
Hi, this is Michael Jackson. I'm here with BeenBlackin.
Okay.
You know,
And on that note,
you know how they do it.
and on that note, thank you so much.
Great, Ro.
My bad.
Bro, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Like, this was such a good conversation. And
Uncle Chappie, give me the records.
Love.
Chappie.
We gonna make sure. Now we all gonna make sure he gets them records.
Yo.
To you, okay.
Yeah.
Put us
For
in the
real.
group
We actually
chat.
gonna name.
Yeah, we gonna put this in the
We actually
group
gonna
chat.
name the name of this episode Uncle Chappie. We need the record.
Yeah.
Uncle Chappie, we need the record.
But please tell the people where they can follow you. Tell them about your store,
Everything.
Everything. So I DJ, I make clothes. The Crate NY,
Period.
BeenBlackin, Crate Run Club. My
Missing ingredient.
website is up. It's actually like
It's a lovely website.
It's
really nice.
But see, like for me, it felt like a long EPK.
No,
Right?
it was
No,
good.
it's
Nah, bro,
It's
it's a
good.
fire website, bro. Like,
Exported
give you
it.
no
Ready?
credit.
Wait until you see the new one. It's over. Right? Right? I want to connect everything. So, Crate, the clothes, the running, the DJing. Yeah, you just check it out. BeenBlackin.
Ben
Main
Black.
ingredient coming
Come
soon.
in.
Thank
And
you
big
for
up
coming.
Big
Trinidad.
Queens.
Yeah.
Big up Trinidad, big up Queens.
Your mother.
All right, and thank y'all for tuning in on another episode. What do we have to do? Follow on YouTube, subscribe. I
Hit
don't
the
know.
notification
I don't know.
bell.
We're gonna get this together on the next outro.
Like, comment, share. Is that how they do it? On
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
comment,
like, comment, share.
Up in here.
But
here.
yes, thank you.
Love that. Love that. Love that.
Thank you.
All right.